Hey guys, this is James with RogueDuelist Trade, and on this channel we talk about current and upcoming Yu-Gi-Oh product and whether or not you should invest your money in order to profit. In today's video, we're going to be going over a product that's going to be coming out in March of 2021, which is Ancient Guardians. Now guys, I'm going to tell you up front, we are not going to be doing a risk analysis on this product yet because we just don't have enough information. But now is the time to do pre-orders, and I want to be able to give you guys the information that we do have so that you can make the best decision you can as to whether or not you want to invest into this product during pre-sales to get the best pricing. Now with that said, before we jump in, if you guys are interested in getting Yu-Gi-Oh product at near wholesale rates and are serious about getting into vending, you guys should highly consider the RDT Patreon in partnership with Pro Play Games. We can get you guys Ancient Guardians as low as $630 per case. If you guys are interested, go ahead and check out the Patreon in the description down below. Also, if you guys haven't checked it out yet, check out RogueDuelist TV. That's my second channel where I primarily do Yu-Gi-Oh skits. If you guys want to see different funny content from me, subscribe if you enjoy the content. And lastly, I officially launched RogueDuelistTrade.com. If you guys want to buy Yu-Gi-Oh product directly from me and support the channel at very competitive pricing, and I launched my own line of merchandise, t-shirts, sweaters, mugs, hoodies, and by purchasing would help support me as a content creator, go ahead right now to RogueDuelistTrade.com/shop. And let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Now guys, there's one big reason why we don't have a lot of information on this set yet during pre-sales, and that is because the OCG launch is only 1 month prior to the TCG launch. And if you guys aren't familiar, OCG is Japan, TCG is the Americas, Oceania, and the EU. And typically the OCG will get deck building sets and core sets 3 months before us, but for some reason, they're only getting it 1 month beforehand, which means we're likely not going to know a lot of information about this set until the official OCG launch, which is way past the pre-sale window with distributors in order for Konami to start their print run. So this is actually a big issue and something I'm very concerned on, because for me to do these videos for you guys, usually I have a lot more information by now to where I can make a risk analysis and determine whether or not there's high or low risk to invest in a product. And I'm really hoping this isn't going to be something that Konami is going to continue doing for future sets. Real quick, this is a deck building set, so it is going to follow the same structure as Genesis Impact and Toon Chaos, which came out prior. It's a 60 card set. It's going to have 10 ultra rares, 15 super rares, 35 rares, and 15 collector rares. So no commons, we're getting rares in this product instead. You get 7 cards per pack, which comes with 6 rares and 1 foil. All right, so in every deck building set, we get 3 new archetypes, and we don't know the names of these archetypes, what cards are coming, or even the names of any of the cards within these archetypes yet. But we did get like a quick bio on each and every one of these archetypes. So the first archetype, directly from Konami, it says a new graveyard-based strategy rises to the occasion. Ancient Guardians will also include hard to find older cards to make your graveyard rain with monsters so you can pit them against your opponent. So it looks like we have a graveyard reliant strategy. So you guys might want to be picking up cards like Dimension Shifter, cards that banish things from the graveyard. DD Crow might be a good option. And the OCG, based on this image here, says this is a giant boss monster for a theme that specializes in using the graveyard. So we know this is one of the main boss monsters, but I think anything that is graveyard based might not be bad, because there might be a lot of recursion. If you get things to the graveyard, you add things to your hand, get things onto the field. So there could be some opportunity here for this archetype, but we just don't know enough information to say for sure. Next is looking more like the waifu archetype within this set. So the TCG said, Pendulum summon and compose a brand new harmony. Pay close attention to the pendulum scales of your monsters and maximize your pendulum summons. Ancient Guardians will also include classic cards for pendulum strategies like Luster Pendulum, the Draco Slayer, and Ignister Prominence, the Blasting Draco Slayer. All right, so there is a lot for us to chew on there. So we are getting more pendulum support, and we know we're going to be getting pendulum support in Blazing Vortex as well with Metal Foes. If I were to guess, this might be a spellcaster archetype just looking at the artwork, but again, we don't know that for sure. And I think it's very interesting that they're calling out reprints of Draco Slayer cards, so perhaps there is going to be some synergy with this archetype that's coming and other Draco Slayer cards. And there are Draco cards that are on the ban list right now, whether limited or banned, and we'll touch on that in a second. And then from the OCG, based on this art that we are seeing, it says a pendulum monster capable of controlling the musical scales. So as the TCG said, it says there's a brand new harmony. This is talking about musical scales. Obviously, this is some type of music archetype that is pendulum predominant. These are the cards that were mentioned that are coming as reprints, and Luster Pendulum, the Draco Slayer, is nothing that we really needed a reprint of. I'm really hoping they're not going to waste an ultra rare spot for that. And also Agnister Prominence, the Blasting Draco Slayer. This is interesting, and I'm wondering if they're going to try to put him as a collector rare. Now this card does have an ultimate rare printing, and right now it's sitting at about $22 for the first ed near mint on eBay. So that might be a card that you guys might want to consider buying into now if this archetype makes Draco Slayers more playable or is meant to be integrated with that archetype as a whole. And also Draco Face Off only has 2 printings, and this card is currently limited in the TCG. So could this come back to 3 in order for Konami to try to sell this product? That's very possible. And I actually picked up a bunch of gold rare versions of this card as highest rarity right now because they're only like 20 cents. So I figured it's very low risk, and we'll see what happens. All right, in the third archetype, the TCG said, finally a new theme with a spin on Syncro summoning. So cool, it'll send chills down your opponent's spine. Look for more information on exactly how this works in 2021. And then the OCG says this is the Ace Syncro monster. So that's all we know about this archetype. It is a Syncro archetype, and it's supposed to send chills down your opponent's spine. We really can't do much with this information. Hopefully this is going to be meta impacting, and hopefully there's going to be multiple archetypes, at least 2, like we saw with Secret Slayers for a deck building set, that will help make this set do well if you are investing into this product as a vendor. But I think synchros are interesting because there's a lot of good synchro support out there. I'm hoping this is going to be generic enough where this can be used with a lot of other synchro synergizing archetypes or cards. And because of this archetype, likely Kriston Halki Fibrax might be here to stay. I don't know. I think it might be hard for Konami to ban this card in the next ban list if they're going to be trying to sell a set that has an archetype which is a synchro predominant strategy. So what will make this set a winner once we do get more information? Having multiple archetypes that are splashable, meaning that they have to be semi-generic enough where they can be played with other very good archetypes or cards that are out there to make them even better. Look at Drytron as an example. Next would be having multiple archetypes that have meta characteristics. So I already mentioned being generic, but also being able to generate advantage in resources. That is very necessary for a meta strategy, is that you're either able to easily generate advantage in terms of control over your opponent with very few cards, or with very few cards being able to generate multiple resources on the board as a combo deck. Also being very recursive, again, maybe that graveyard strategy will have a lot of recursion of being able to pull things onto the field, off the field, and also having multiple consistency cards. Any good meta deck needs consistency cards. Look at Drytron Nova, Nadir Servant. Because this is a deck building set, getting strong reprints, getting things that are either nostalgic, but more within the rare and super rare slot, getting things that are meta impacting. You know, in Toon Chaos, we got Gamma and Pot of Desires. Those were very good reprints to get as rares inside of a set because those cards will hold value. Looking at Genesis Impact, Nightmare Unicorn and Nightmare Phoenix came as rares, and those cards are the highest value rares in those sets. Those types of cards help you get more value in a product, especially in a deck building set. And also along to that same point, getting strong collector rare choices. So if we get a lot of nostalgic and meta impacting cards that come as reprints, giving them rarity bumps as collector rares only helps in value. Toon Chaos is the perfect example for it. If we got more nostalgic cards, let's just say Blue Eyes White Dragon, Dark Magician, Black Rose Dragon, but also getting meta impacting cards, especially cards that are 3-ofs, those are the types of cards that you want to see coming into the collector rare slots. So product value versus cost. MSRP is roughly $11.49 per case. And again, through the RDT Patreon, you can get them at $630 per case. But usually if you are a vendor and have a brick and mortar location, location, you can get cases as low as $600, and then if you're not a vendor with a brick and mortar location, you can get it anywhere around $690, $700 per case during pre-sales. Now, looking at the per case ratio that we could likely estimate for this product, we should see roughly 3 of every single ultra rare per case, roughly 16 to 17 of every single super rare per case, roughly 49 of every single rare per case, and you should be seeing roughly 0.2 of every single collector rare per case. Or another way of looking at this is 3 out of 15 of the collector rares in every single case. I would say that you do get some value. Again though, it's gonna be very important as to what cards are getting the collector rare treatment. But also it gives a lot of value to a set is that it needs multiple chase ultra rares. Right now in Genesis Impact, really the only main chase ultra rare is Drytron Nova, and that just doesn't cut it. Because we're gonna be seeing 3 of every single ultra rare per case, if we have 2 or 3 chase ultra rares that are higher value, that helps you make back the money that you paid for a case in addition to the collector rares. So we really need good cards in those ultra rare spots. To wrap up this video, things to consider. Deck building sets really are hit or miss. You can look at Secret Slayers, which was a hit, Genesis Impact, which as of the time of release was a miss, but it is making a recursion and is going up in value because of Drytrons. Collector rares are also hit or miss, as I've been saying. Konami does not do a good job with selecting the right collector rares for this product. We might not get the level of value that we need for this set to hold value for vendors to make back their money on their investment. And lastly, there is waifu tax, and the Pendulum archetype does look to be a waifu archetype, which does give some added value to cards, whether they're good or not so good. I guess in conclusion, I think the safest thing to do is at a bare minimum, get a couple cases. I think that there's a lot of potential based on what we're seeing, but there really isn't enough information to say. So I think it's safer to buy a couple cases, wait to see how the product does once we get more information. And then if it doesn't look like it's doing too good, just flip them sealed, try to at least break even, or crack them open and sell the singles if there's a lot of value to be had in this product. All right, guys, so that is going to conclude our initial video on Ancient Guardians. Guys, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Do you think there's promise in this product? Is there not that much promise? Again, it's kind of hard to say with the information we have, but guys, let me know what you think down in the comments below. If you guys enjoy videos on upcoming Yu-Gi-Oh product, whether to invest, not invest, if you guys haven't done it yet, stop right now and subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos from me. Also, if you guys want to help grow this channel and if you enjoyed the video, stop right now and like this video. That helps the YouTube algorithm and we can help grow this channel together. Thanks for sticking around for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next video on RogueDuelist Trade.